For the past few years, I decided to analyze the world more deeply and really think about the stuff that I watch and see. And me doing that made me come to the realization that a lot of people in this world don't really think for themselves. And trust me, it's more cringe for me to say this than it is for you to hear me say that. I know this is something that a lot of people like to pretend that this is not really that much of a problem, and it's not really a big deal. This is something that we don't need to worry about, and it's only a small amount of people who are acting like this. But that just simply isn't true. You see this a lot when people talk about media that they've seen. I'm pretty sure we all realize that media discussion is something that is absolutely terrible now, and I feel like this is one of the main reasons why. A lot of people don't really know when they're watching something good or even something really bad. That's mainly because when people watch something or play a game, they're not really absorbing the content. They're just playing it casually, not really thinking about what's going on. This is one reason why I feel like a lot of people have a very hard time breaking down why they enjoy something, and they'll just say something like, this show's a W, this one's a masterpiece, but this one is really bad. All of those opinions are something that they probably didn't come up with their own, and they're most likely just copying it from someone else, whether that's being a friend or a content creator. Why else do you think so much people are insecure about the opinions that they hold, and consistently searching for validation and trying their hardest to have the best take, and to have an opinion that everyone agrees with? And here's the thing, it's not bad. I think it's completely okay if you want to have a lot of people agree with your opinion. It makes you feel good. It makes it feels like what you're saying have more value. Even though that is the case, it still doesn't make it okay for you to change your opinion, all because you ended up seeing a lot of people disagree with it. Especially most of the time, people are doing this for like movie opinions or video games. Yes, media is important. Don't let anyone tell you that it's not. But at the end of the day, all because you didn't like one game that everyone else considers a masterpiece, it's not really that much of a big deal, and you should be able to stand your ground. And it would be one thing if people only did this when it comes to media, but unfortunately a lot of people do this for real life too. I think it's crazy that we've reached a point that it's normalized to have tons of people change their whole worldview all because they heard one guy on the internet say something. I'm always surprised to see how easily people will fall for someone filling their heads with delusion or just saying stuff that they want to hear and just automatically listen to it and eat up every single word that they're saying. Even though if you just sit down and critically think for a couple of minutes, you will realize that everything they're saying is just garbage and you shouldn't listen to them at all. And to make this even worse, a lot of people who realize that people don't think for themselves take advantage of this so they can spread hateful things. Why else do you think on the internet and real life people has just became way more hateful? This is one reason why. People just listening and absorbing anything that they hear on the internet. And I know the rise of hatred is a more complex topic than that. I'm just want to point out one reason why I think it's so bad. Basically what I'm trying to say is just think for yourself. I don't really blame anyone for living their life that way, mainly because this is something that a lot of us do, because it's way more easier. Sitting down, coming up with your own opinions is something that's really difficult, and it's a thing that a lot of us don't do. You're probably not doing it right now and you don't even realize it. I was in that situation too until one moment I actually decided to sit down, come up with my own opinion with a movie that I watched, and me doing that, forming a thought with no outside influence and just using me has no joke, not saying this to be cringe or to overblown a situation, has actually changed my life and has changed the way how I look at the world and see things. And I think this is something that more people need to do. So maybe if you're someone who hasn't done that yet, try. Whether it's that's a movie that you watch, a game that you play, or maybe just something that's happening in the real world. All you have to do is try once, and I guarantee you it will improve your life for the better. Or just maybe the way how you see media. I'm not going to pretend that this is going to be the be-all, end-all, and this is going to fix all your problems. Anyway, that's it. This is just something that I wanted to go and talk about. My name is Lula. You have a good day or night. See ya.
After 5 years of training, I think I am strong enough to beat Hatsune Miku.